Hello students, this is your English teacher from Kendra Vidyalaya Haredia, and today we are going to read the poem A Tiger in the Zoo. First, let's know something about our poet Leslie Norris, whose actual name is George Leslie Norris, and he was a Welsh poet and short story writer. In this poem, we see the animal tiger, the royal one, but how his life differentiates when he is living inside a cage in a zoo and when he lives freely in his own natural habitat, that is in a forest. In this poem, the stanzas in this while reading, we will see the poet contrast the two scenarios. Once he shows how the tiger behaves when he's in cage, then again he goes back to when the tiger is free, and again at last comes back to the tiger's life in the cage. So let's read the poem. He stalks in his vivid stripes the few steps of his cage, on pads of velvet white in his quiet rage. So let's see the word using stalk. The word stalk means walk in a very proud manner, right? So in this poem we are seeing that the tiger is walking, but he can only walk a few steps of his cage because he is this first stanza is about the life of tiger in a cage in a zoo. So he is very distinct in his vivid stripes. As you know, the word vivid means very realistic, bright, lifelike. So, and the stripes are the main features of a tiger's look, right? A tiger's color may vary. It may be white, it may be yellow, but the stripes are the most distinct feature of a tiger's looks. And he has pads on his leg, on his feet. Pad is the cushion type area that keeps it soft. So it is seen in almost all the cat family animals like cat and tiger and lion, and that makes them easy. That makes it for them easier to walk without any noise. And in his quiet rage, so we see that in this poem the word quiet has been used twice in the first stanza. But though the word quiet here means to be here means silent or calm, but the uses are quite different. See, on the third line, on pads of velvet quiet, this is natural. The cushion type pad was created in those animals' leg, in animals' feet, because it was by nature and it was intended because it was a part of their hunting technique. But the second thing, quiet rage, this is quite an oxymoron. Two different emotions are seen together. So, rage, anger is not supposed to be quiet. But why then the tiger, though he is angry obviously because he is put on a cage, he is still keeping his anger quiet because he knows that it is fruitless, it is futile to show his anger in the cage of a bird. So that is why he cannot do anything. So in an helpless manner he is just walking to control his emotion, but he could walk only a few steps because it is a limited area in the cage and he cannot walk for very long. He should be lurking in a shadow, sliding through long grass near the water hole where the plump deer pass. In this poem, in this part, the poet is showing the tiger in his natural habitat, and he is showing how the tiger behaves when he is free in a deep forest. How does he behave? He is a hunter, then he is a predator, but and being a hunter and predator he needs to know how to disguise. So what does he do? He lurks in a shadow. Lurks means to hide in shadow, where sliding through long grass. So when where in the jungle the tiger is disguising himself, hiding himself in the long grass to catch his prey near the water hole. So as you know that the tiger uses, how does a tiger actually hunt a deer? He waits there in a what in the forest near a water hole. Water hole is a shallow pond like area where deer and other animals come to drink water. So the tiger lies in rest there because the tiger knows that if he chases a deer inside a forest, he might lose it. But when the deer is coming to drink water, in that time the deer is in a pose of concentration. So all his concentration are relying in water drinking. So if the tiger can hide and then attack suddenly, then the deer could be caught unaware. So the tiger lurks or hides himself, disguising himself in the long grass to catch his prey, the deer, the plump deer. So the plump means fat, and here also juicy. So the deer should be fat and juicy, whom the tiger will attack and eat later. The third stanza, it is also another part of the tiger's natural habitat. The tiger, when the tiger is living in freedom, but the second stanza and the third stanza are quite different in a way. In the second stanza, shows the tiger's behavior in a deep jungle, deep forest. But the third stanza shows when he is in wide open or close to human proximity. What does he do? He should be snarling around the houses. Now, see, in the second stanza, the tiger was quiet. So he was being quiet to hunt the jungle animals. But when he is near the edge of the jungle, so at the edge of the jungle, there is probably a clearing and there is probably a very small, uh, a small village or something like that, a small hamlet, if you will. So in there, the tiger knows that there are human beings are living, and obviously, whenever there are human beings living in a village, they would have some animals with them, like farm animals or like that. So what does he do? He snarls around the house, so he makes angry and aggressive sounds, and thus he shows his anger, he shows his uh, not just anger, but also his pride, his power, and he terrorizes the people like that. He threatens the village, threatens the people like that, and also he bears his claws and fangs to hunt people and their pets, their farmed animals. but but he is not being able to, the tiger is not being able to do any of these things because he is put in a cage. He is not in his natural habitat. He is living a secluded life. He is locked in a concrete cell. See, there is also the poet emphasizing upon the difference of his of the tiger's life. The tiger who should live in wide open nature, he is living in a concrete cell, so quite in an artificially made bar. His strength is behind the bar, so he is not being able to use his strength for hunting or anything else. He is using, he instead is being forced, he instead is being forced to uh, keep his strength behind the bars quite useless. And he is, so what is he doing? He's stalking the length of his cage. So whatever limited space is there in his cage, he's stalking it. He's just pacing in his cage again and again, ignoring visitors. Can you tell me why the tiger, who is so proud and arrogant, why is he ignoring visitors? Because obviously being the tiger is a proud animal. He is not a show animal. But here he has been put into the cage, he has been put into the zoo because of that fact. He has become a show animal which he could not agree to it, which you could not digest. So he is ignoring visitors because these people who the human being who are going there to visit the tiger, if the tiger was living in a natural habitat, then the human being, the people will be so scared that they will never willingly go near him. But here, as they know, the human being, the visitors know that the tiger is quite helpless, he cannot do anything. They fearlessly come in front of him and as if to taunt him, as if to mock him. So that is why the tiger prefers to ignore his visitors, not to go near his visitors, because he know he cannot do anything about it. The last stanza is portraying quite the sad fact of this predator's life. So even though he is a predator, any animal, any creature in this world are only free when are only happy whenever they are free. And uh, so what is his life? He hears the last voice at night, the patrolling cars. So for an animal of the jungle, for the predator, for the royal animal, night or day there is no difference. Oftentimes a tiger hunt at night, but the tiger has been forced into the timetable of a human being. So at night, no one goes to the zoo, and the only thing the tiger can see is not a full sky of stars, not a forest, not other animals, nothing. But he only hears the sound of the patrolling cars, the policemen who patrol inside the zoo just to see that all animals are properly caged or not, and stares with his brilliant eyes at the brilliant stars. So his eyes are being compared to the stars. It is also in a way lights at night. So from far behind, it looks like a star, and it is brilliant. It is awe-inspiring. But he cannot do he cannot live in his natural habitat, so the only thing he seeks solace in is in the stars. The only natural thing he can see in that concrete bar, in that only being in that zoo, he can only the only natural thing he can connect with is the full sky full of stars. So that's what he does. He stares with his brilliant eyes as the in the brilliant stars. So, in this poem, many uh, poetic devices or imageries are being used. What are imageries? See, the poet is basically drawing a pen picture. When we are reading this poem, the poem's words are being used in such a manner that we can imagine, we can draw in our mind the condition of the tiger, that how everyone is coming and the tiger is ignoring them, how the tiger is quiet though he is very very angry, he is forced to remain quiet because he knows that he is helpless, and how the two scenarios are being contrasted against his the tiger's behavior in his natural habitat and his behavior in this forced cell. So that is imagery. There are some other things. See, I've told before that oxymoron is being used. Two words were quite different from each other. Who normally these words are not normally put together, but the poet is using it in a very charming sense. In the third line, the word velvet is being has been used to symbolize the feet of the soft feet of the tiger. So could be called a metaphor. In that poem, you will see that in many cases the lines continue without any punctuation mark, just like the first and second line. There is no punctuation mark at the end of the line, but the line is continuing in the second line. Second stanza also, the after the first line, the second and third line does not have any punctuation. That is that has been done in other parts of the poems also. So this feature is called enjambment. Enjambment is, as I have told you in last year, a continuing sentence without punctuation that is used in this poem. So that's all for the poem. Let's discuss the question answers a bit. So you will have to do it in group. Find the words that describe the movement and attention actions of the tiger in the cage and in the wild. Arrange them in two columns. So you will be do it. You'll be able to do it yourself. I'm just going to give you a hint. So the movements and actions in the cage. One of the thing is he is stalking. So that can be one word when he is in the cage. And let's see, in the second stanza, there is another word, lurking. That is his action when he is in his natural habitat in a forest. Just like that, you will have to find the other words. Find the words that describe the two places and arrange them in two columns. You will be able to do that by yourself also. That's all for today. I'll be sharing some extra questions in your group and you'll be able to do that. Thank you. Have a good day.